the February 11, 2019 Village Board meeting to order. Can you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by Trustee Bletzer?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a roll call, please.
Trustee Maher,
Here.
McClafferty,
Here.
Snegowski,
Here.
Stapleton,
Here.
Fletcher. Here. Kwasniewski.
Here.
Okay, great. Next up, we have the consent agenda, which consists of two items. We have the January 28th, 2019 Village Board meeting minutes, as well as the approval of disbursements. Can I get?
So moved.
So moved.
Thank you. First by Trustee Blatzer, seconded by Trustee Snegowski. Any questions or comments? Okay, can we have a roll call, please?
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snegowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Fletcher,
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved. Next up, we have the mayor's report. A couple things going on around town. Next month, Saturday, March 9th, is our St. Patrick's Day Parade in downtown Lamont. That is at 1 p.m. Please visit the VFW after the parade for food, refreshments, and entertainment. It sounds like we're going to have several establishments that are going to be open afterwards as well. So please, everyone, get out and enjoy the parade. If you have any questions or if you want to walk in the parade, please call Donna here at Village Hall at 630-243-2700. Also, the State of the Village address will be held on Thursday, March 14th. That will be at the Crystal Grand Banquets room from 4 to 6 p.m. You can register to attend on the Chamber's website, which is the lamontchamber.com. Also, registration is open for the Quarryman Challenge 10 Mile and 5K Run. Again, this is on May 11th. You can register at thequarrymanchallenge.com. Also, on Saturday, February 23rd, the Lamont Chamber is hosting Passport to Lamont and Beyond. It's a community showcase and expo at the Lamont Park District's core from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Again, this is a great opportunity to showcase your business or stop by to see what our community has to offer. For more information, please visit the lamontchamber.com. Also, on Friday, March 1st, Lamont Park District is hosting Mom and Son Night from 6 to 9 p.m. There will be activities, crafts, photo shoot, dinner, and a rockin' DJ for this fun night. Again, please register at the Park District, lamontparkdistrict.org. We have some sad news. On behalf of the entire Village Board, we'd like to honor Gary Kruger, who unfortunately passed away on February 2nd. Gary was a lifelong Lamonter and a graduate of Lamont High School. He was a volunteer fireman for over 20 years with the rank of captain and served as the commissioner on the Lamont Fire Protection District. Gary was an appointed member of the I&M Canal Commission in 1987 and was appointed president in 1993. Through the years, Gary devoted many volunteer hours on the commission with overseeing various canal projects. When the commission became the Heritage Commission, he oversaw the development of the Heritage Quarry Recreation Area. This commission, along with the Public Works Department, created a master plan for the quarry and developed the area for what it is now known today, with over 5 miles of bike trails, the large pavilion, picnic area and grills, information kiosks, benches throughout the area, and also our recent boat dot installation. Without this committee and lifelong dedication of members like Gary, this recreation would not be what it is today. On behalf of the entire board, as well as the entire village, our condolences go out to his friends and family, and may he rest in peace. Lastly, referendum update. Again, we've talked several times about this. We've had the home rule referendum, which failed this past November. We had some great conversation, great feedback. Again, we are short $1 million in this coming budget. This is in addition to being short last year $1 million, and also in years past. We have not been able to fund the capital projects that are very much necessary, mainly our road and water projects. Again, these projects are posted online, correct, George? You can find these because one of the best feedback we got, it's like, what are all these projects you're talking about? And Ralph, as you well know, we have an aging infrastructure system, our water system, some of it over 100 years old, right? Again, we have water main breaks. You can't forecast those. We had a well that went out the summer before last. These are things that we're not even, I don't want to say we're not expecting. We do put them in the budget, but those are in addition to our regular upgrades that we need. So home rule did not pass. Again, home rule would have included a 1% sales tax increase. In addition, we would be able to raise other fees such as motor fuel tax on diesel filling stations that we have coming into town, as well as truck parking. Did not pass, so we have to move to the next option. Again, it is the board's opinion that we want as much of this $1 million to be shared by outsiders, not just Lamont residents. Because as we go through this process, eventually this is all going to fall on the backs of the residents. We're trying to put this on non-residents by implementing a 1% sales tax increase. This is a referendum that is going to be on the ballot on April 2nd of this year. We will have a town hall meeting. It's going to take place on March 7th, Thursday, March 7th. We'll have it in this room, correct? Again, we had a great turnout for the home rule. Again, we need people's input. We had the newsletter come out. Again, we do have other options, but again, we want this to fall on non-residents as well. So with that being said, don't know if anyone has any other comments. With that being said, it's now time for audience participation. If anyone out there in the audience, the Jernicks want to step up and make a public comment. All right, so we'll move on. All right, next up is our clerk's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Go right to the ordinances. We have ordinance 0419 amending 02707 and extending special use approval for residential plan unit development located at 15325 129th Street, Notting Hill subdivision.
Okay, need a motion.
Second.
Okay, motion by trustee Maher, seconded by trustee McClafferty. Jason.
Thank you. This ordinance extends a development proposal another 2 years. You've seen similar requests in the past. The developer, Ad Mansell, is working with other local developers to purchase it. We think there's a good opportunity the property will be purchased. To note, the annexation agreement that covers this approval from 2007 is still in place till 2027.
All right, thanks, Jason. Any other questions or comments about this?
Nope.
Okay, can we have a roll call, please?
Maher?
Yes.
McClafferty?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Blatzer? Yes. Kwasniewski?
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Ordinance 0519 of the Village of Lamont, Cook, Will, and DuPage Counties, Illinois, amending the Downtown Canal District 1 redevelopment project area, Canal TIF.
Okay, need a motion.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Blatzer, seconded by trustee Maher. Jason.
The Village of Lamont has now 2 active TIFs in its downtown, the Canal TIF, which goes for another 10 years, and the newly created TOD TIF. There may have been some confusion with the legal descriptions when we removed the Peterson's property from the Canal TIF and placed it in the new TOD TIF. So this is, at the request of the Cook County Clerk, this clarifies the current boundaries of the Canal TIF and identifies exactly what parcels were removed from the Canal TIF.
So Peterson's is in the new TOD, and a piece of the village land, which is on the canal, is remaining in the canal? Okay. All right, any other questions or comments? All right, roll call, please.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snagowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Blatzer. Yes. Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Resolutions. Resolution R-1019, accepting IDOT documentation review number 58 of motor fuel tax funds received and dispersed by the Village of Lamont for the period of January 1, 2016 to December 31st, 2017.
Okay, need a motion.
So moved.
Okay, motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee Blatzer. Who's-
I got it.
You got
today.
this,
Yep.
George?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a bit of a housekeeping item, fairly common from year to year. In 2018, IDOT conducted its review of our motor fuel tax fund and noted certain outstanding items and recommended them to be classified elsewhere in our road improvement fund. So there's two resolutions here today. The first is a resolution accepting the IDOT annual audit. The second is to authorize the transfer of $18,840.82 from the MFT fund to the road improvement fund. Again, it's not new money going out the door, it's just a reclassification of existing expenditures.
Okay, so
Thank
just a housekeeping
Correct.
item, right? Okay, thanks, George. Any other questions, comments? All right, roll call, please.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snagowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Blatzer. Yes. Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay, motion passed.
And the last resolution, R-1119, authorizing transfer of funds to motor fuels tax fund for the period January 1, 2016 to December 31st, 2017.
Okay, no other questions, comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Motion.
Oh, I need a motion.
So moved.
Thank you. Motion by trustee Blatzer, seconded by trustee Kwasniewski. Any other questions, comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snagowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Blatzer. Yes. Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, all right. Next up, village attorney report. Mike, you got anything for us? George, village administrator report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple quick reminders that there's still opportunities to give input on the budget. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the annual fee ordinance and various revenues, speaking of the referendum, but other opportunities for revenue raising. We're going to be talking about that tonight with the board. February 25th at our committee of the whole meeting, we were going to have our entire budget discussed by the board, capital operating. That budget will be online next week in anticipation of that meeting. And then there will be two public hearings to comment on that budget in March, March 11th and March 25th, and then it'll be discussed again in March and then approved hopefully in April for the May 1st start of the fiscal year. So just want to, we'll put that calendar out on the website too, and you'll be able to see that on our page devoted to the budget. Another quick update, Monday, February 18th, next Monday, village offices will be closed in observance of President's Day. Staff will still be here. We're going to be taking the opportunity, taking the day. We're just typically a little bit slower and having a staff training day. We got Mike Stillman from Odelson, our new law firm, is going to come out and do some training for staff and some other training. Something we talked about when we brought Odelson on board and Mike to get them in front of our staff and go through some things that potentially could trip us up in the future. So good opportunity for training, but offices will be closed on the 18th. Thank you.
All right, thanks, George. Okay. Next up, any board reports? Nothing? Okay. Staff reports. Chief, you got something for us?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a reminder, with the tax season upon us, the Internal Revenue Service is again warning taxpayers to remain vigilant for the phishing scams and telephone scams. The IRS does not call or leave pre-recorded messages asking for a callback. Typically in these, the victim's told if they don't call back, a warrant will be issued and that they owe money to the Internal Revenue Service. Sometimes they threaten to use local law enforcement to do that, which the IRS does not do. The IRS does not contact anyone by phone, email, or text to request payment. They only do it by U.S. mail, and they will never contact you and ask you to wire money or purchase prepaid debit cards. There is some good news. The last few years, there's been a lot of taxpayer-funded scams where people are are entering fraudulent tax returns and getting and defrauding taxpayers that way. And last year, that's been reduced from $700,000 a year to $242,000. So they are figuring out a way to stop the fraudulent funded tax returns.
All right, thanks, Chief.
On our website, we have numbers where you can call and find out about those scams, and to call the IRS directly to report a fraudulent scam if you get one.
Okay, awesome. Ralph,
I have no fraud news,
no fraud news, all right.
but,
Ralph, the IRS will not,
yeah.
they will not call you.
All right, so from time to time, you guys have heard me talk about our long-term control plan for our combined sewer system. Without going into too much detail about that riveting information, I just want to let you know that there is some pamphlets downstairs in the Village Hall lobby. If you want to know why we do the program, it's an ongoing program that we have to do. And what it involves, the information is downstairs in the lobby as well as on our website in the Public Works portion of the website.
Thanks, Ralph. All right. Any new or unfinished business? All right, quick meeting tonight. We're, need a motion to go into executive session to discuss under Chapter 5 ILCS of the Open Meetings Act. First off, pending litigation, Section 2C11. Imminent litigation, Section 2C11. Are those both correct there, Mike? All right. And then setting a price for real estate, 2C6.
So moved.
Okay?
Second.
All right, we have a motion by trustee Maher, seconded by trustee Blatzer. Roll call, please.
Maher?
Yes.
McClafferty?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Blatzer?
Yes.
Kwasniewski?
Yes.
Okay, motion approved. All right, so need a motion to adjourn to go into, well, we just did that. So we will, are we going to go into a separate room? Is that the?
We're going to separate room.
All right, so we'll go in a separate room, and hopefully we will probably give us at least a half hour.
There should be no action on that yet.
Yeah, no action either. So we'll start the COW meeting. Plan on 7:30 for the COW meeting. Okay.